Hi everyone, this is Adrian at 18 Echo SF. The last video that I did, which has been more than a month ago now, I think, and the reason it took so long to do this video, excuse me, we're in the process of installing new cabinets in our garage, and time just got away from me, so I apologize. But I had told you that my wife has been using BladeTech holsters for quite a while. I love BladeTech holsters. I currently don't use one myself. I'm using a holster from a company called A Holster Company, fabulous holster. But I love the BladeTech products, and I will buy more of them, and I just did for my wife. Now, up until just recently, my wife had been using a Revolution, one of the BladeTech Revolution holsters for her 1911. This is the wrong holster, but the same type. This one was for a Commander, so you'll see the barrel is sticking, slide is sticking out a little bit at the bottom. But it's the exact same holster in a full length one that she was using, which you'll see in just a minute. But she loved this holster. Let me just set my water down. She loved this holster. However, my wife has a very extreme form of rheumatoid arthritis, as I've mentioned before. So her hands are kind of, impacted a lot because of the devastating effects of that disease. It's really a pretty horrible disease. But she's a trooper, fights through it, and she just won't give up. Originally, I got her a BladeTech holster, this one, and she liked it a lot. But, it's like a concealed carry holster almost. It pulls the gun in very tight, as you can see. And, for her, because of her body doesn't quite move the way a normal person's body would move, what she would have to do when she went to draw, because she's been taking defensive handgun classes, so when they go to the gun from the draw, what she would have to do, instead of just reaching for the gun, pulling up and coming out on target, I happened to be watching her, she was always doing this. She was leaning to get to the gun, to come back up. So I thought that I had remembered that BladeTech had what's called a drop offset holster. Not only is the holster a little bit lower, it is also offset so that it sticks out from the body a little bit. So you'll notice this sits very close, to the body. You can see my arm. So you'll have to bear with me a minute as I change. I'm going to keep the camera running. Just take the gun out and set it down. And this happens to be, this was a paddle holster. Her new one is on a belt attachment, which I suggested she do for her classes, so the thing wouldn't move around too much. So this is the BladeTech drop offset, maybe you can say it, the drop offset attachment that goes on pretty much any of their holsters. Again, this is another Revolution holster, so you're going to have to bear with me as I, put this on. BladeTech makes really high quality equipment, and I think my ammunition was just delivered, by the way. I just ordered a bunch of ammo because here in California they're going to try to stop the online delivery of ammo. It really sucks, and not only do they want to stop it, they're going to try to have all of us pay a yearly fee to have a permit to buy ammunition. I know you may not be following this, but it's what's happening. And every single ammo purchase, a background check has to be done, just like buying a handgun in this state. Has to go through the Department of Justice. It's really going to be terrible for anybody buying ammo in the state. I'm just not going to buy ammo in this state anymore if this passes. So anyway, I'll deal with that issue and tell you about it later. So anyway, this is the drop offset holster. Hopefully you can see this and it shows good enough. And let me just reach over and pick up the handgun. And again, this is my wife's beautiful Kimber 1911 Target stainless tube. Just a fabulous gun. So anyway, this is a full-size frame, by the way. And you'll see when this gun is in the holster how it sits. And if I turn like this, you can probably see this. I'm hoping it displays well. I'll review the video after I'm all done. But the gun is canted outward and it is dropped down onto the leg just a little bit. Not like a drop leg holster, not down that far, to clear, kit that, the military might have on. This is just so competitive shooters use them, I know, to allow them to get to the gun much quicker. So when she comes up now, the gun is right here. So it allows her to pull this gun quickly, come up on target, and come back and find the holster easily. So you can see and how this works. For her, I think it's going to be extremely beneficial. She now is going to be taking one defensive handgun course every year. Because of the problem she has, she won't be able to go into the advanced classes because she doesn't think she can handle, the full brunt of a 2-day class. Excuse me again. So she'll probably do, the second half of a 2-day class, which is the actual gun part, no classroom stuff at all. So, and she will wind up using this holster, and I know it's going to be much, much better for her. I've had her out to our local range, and she used it and just loved it. I can't remember what the cost of the drop offset attachment was, but it was very inexpensive. I mean, it might have been, $15 or $19 or something like that, but it really is a tremendous addition for her. So you can switch it from holster to holster if she ever changed guns. So anyway, so this is a BladeTech Revolution holster, and with their drop offset attachment in a belt attachment, not in the lose my train of thought, or not with the paddle. So it's attached with a belt, which makes it even that much sturdier. And I have a pretty thin belt on here, so but still you can pretty much see how it works. So if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave a little comment in the boxes down below, and I'll put a link to both the holster and the attachment as well. So thanks so much for watching, and stay well and safe out there, folks.